What's up, everybody? I'm John Salter, and welcome to Switch 2 News Live, the only uncut, unedited, and unfortunately for everyone involved, unrehearsed Switch 2 news show on the YouTube. My producer, Mikey Mike, has ripped all the latest Switch 2 news from the headlines, transferred them to note cards, and has transferred them to me to transfer to you. Our top story tonight, Nintendo Switch 2 game cards won't be accepted by Japan's National Library. Well, first off, right off the top, key cards taking a hit again. I mean, Nintendo, the key cards, whatever, cannot win. And I don't blame any of this for happening because the key cards are just dumb. But let's just get back to the key cards in the National Library, Japanese Library. Who cares? They're video games. Can we get over ourselves on the video games? I'm a gamer. I love playing games just like everybody else. I got a damn YouTube channel based on it, but they're video games. Let's move on. Do we need them in the National Library? And they're, I mean, this is common sense here. They're on game key cards, which only have a code on them. So what would it even be worth to put the key cards in the National Library so you know the code 100 years from now? You know, I mean, I guess what you could do with these games is you could just have a Switch, download the digital game, and just have one Switch in the library with all the games on it. And I mean, let's be serious here. If we're going to start talking about game preservation, and I'm not going to get into this right now because I got a rant video that's coming out on this subject. But one note I'm going to say here is, let's be serious about this. What game system out there doesn't have the games preserved? We got to preserve these video games, and digital whatever is stopping that. No, it's not. All this stuff gets hacked anyway, and they're going to rip those games off of whatever device is holding them. And 20 years from now, a game that's so huge that can barely fit on these cards is going to be something we can download in 2 seconds and play the ROM of it on whatever emulator, whatever's out there. So this whole preservation, whatever, with game key cards and people crying about them is ridiculous. And again, I'll get to that in a different video. But that's pretty much all I have to say on that is, first of all, who cares? They're video games. We are preserving video games. How about we preserve something that warrants preserving instead of a video game? Ridiculous. And, you know, put something in the comments if you disagree, because I'm curious what other people think about it. But it's a video game. Let's get over it. And before we hit our second story tonight, if you like what you see here, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification to be notified of new videos that get released. What do we have here for story number 2? Mikey Mike, what do you got for me? Gamers boycott Nintendo. Oh boy, this is like a trigger news report here because you're hitting all the bullet points here. Boycotts in general. Let's just forget this is a Nintendo boycott that no one except for the people boycotting it knew was happening. But boycotts in general don't work. Maybe they work when you boycott a country, like a trade boycott, something real. But when we start talking about regular, everyday human beings boycotting something, it doesn't work. Just like the gas. We're going to boycott gas. Don't buy gas today. Doesn't work because people got to go to work. It's fun to talk about. And again, this comes down to these clowns, these people that sit there on Twitter and Reddit, whatever, their whole life revolves around that. Like, get a job, bro. These are the people that are saying boycott everything, and they probably don't even do it themselves. But this Nintendo boycott A, I don't think anybody even knew about it, if this was even a real thing. I don't ever know. I picked it up on some news line somewhere. No one cared. No one cared about it. Yeah, so the only people that cared about boycotting Nintendo are people that hate Nintendo that aren't going to buy this stuff anyway. They just somehow think they have some type of juice in what they're doing, whatever platform they're on, that they're somehow going to talk somebody into boycotting something they're not going to boycott. And dude, people are lazy. Let's get right down to the root of it. People are lazy. If this boycott is going to inconvenience anybody, it ain't happening. That's why none of these boycotts by the average person ever work. So, ridiculous. Another ridiculous story, boycotting Nintendo. And it's fastest selling console system of all times. And well, I'm not going to say the next statement because it's in the next news story. Not in this story, but in the next news show. So let's move on. You guys really got me rolling here today. Mikey's got me rolling. Okay, so let me see. Okay, we went over everything in that. And our next story, The Tourist being remastered for Switch 2. So The Tourist is a game that was on Switch 1. Now, I'm going to be perfectly transparent. I've never played the game. I may have played a demo, or maybe I watched enough videos on it when it came out. But this is one of those things, like, why are we getting a remaster of this game? All these amazing games out there that we want to play, and we're getting a remaster of The Tourist. Like, I'm sure we're waiting in line for that one. It's a digital game anyway, I'm pretty sure. But I think it's $19.99 currently on the eShop, and you can get it for less. I'm sure it goes on sale at some point. But they're remastering the game. And it already runs at like 60 frames a second. I did a lot of reading on this when it came out because it's a pretty unique game. It looks like Minecraft. It's like a bootleg Lego game. They might as well call it the tourist bootleg Lego game because it looks like a Lego game. But it runs at 60 frames a second. Looks really good. Animations are good. From what I hear, it's a really good game. I don't know if it's something I'd get into. I'd have to play it. It's not open world, but I guess you can do kind of anything when you want. It is an intriguing game. I'm not hating on it. It's just like, this is what we're getting a remaster of, but hey, maybe it is. I don't even know what the sales numbers are. I never checked it on this game. But that's kind of about all I really have on this is like, why are we getting this as a remaster? It's like, per usual, getting remasters of games that maybe we want something else instead. So we're going to sit here and complain about it. Again, not hating on it, just thought it was odd. And it's going to have new content, new items, and new quests. So if you're a fan of the game, I am sure you are pumped for this remaster. But what are they? I don't consider that a remaster. If you're adding content, items, and quests, that's not a remaster. Remaster is a game that, in my opinion, needs some kind of overhaul because the system can do more with it. This game already, from what I see and hear, runs like amazing on the Switch 1. But anyway, that's that story. Not a hater. Maybe I'll buy it. Who knows? And that's going to do it for today's edition of Switch 2 News Live. Thank you, Mikey Mike, for ripping the headlines. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification to get notifications of future videos. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.